Here on 2K Sports for the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. We're all dressed up and ready to go. We'll see the Indiana Pacers defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat and came out with a win.
And the thing I took away from that game was how dominant they were on the boards.
Well, it's impossible not to see that domination. Based on the numbers, it was really lopsided in the rebounding battle.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Miami, Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. Chris Anderson out there with Sean Williams. And it's Dang in at the 3, the small forward.
And they get on the board first.
Looking to set the tone early.
Roy Hibbert, one of the biggest players in the league, Clark, 7'2", last season, bulking up to 290 pounds.
Yeah, he wanted to get stronger to better hold his position in the low post, and for a good portion of the season he did that. Then he fell back into some old habits. You know, when he first joined the Pacers, the coach had him slim down to 250 pounds because the type of game the Pacers were playing was a little different. But he's a player who's best playing to his strength. We mean that literally.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Wade outside, and it's Dang in the corner. Back to Wade. Wade left side. Here's Anderson. Feeds to Chalmers. Puts up a 3, and that one's good. Chalmers has got his first 3 points of the game.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
West a screen on Chalmers. West with the ball. Williams picks him up. Outside Hill. Stolen by Anderson. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
Here's Hibbert. And it's Dang with the rebound.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Dwayne Wade last season drawing motivation from Kevin Durant. Durant said that his former teammate James Harden had passed Wade as one of the top 10 players in the league.
Yeah, and Wade, vowed to make Durant respect his place in history. Durant said, hey, don't tell me, show me. And some back and forth before the season even began between the two stars. Very interesting.
Now here's Stuckey, averaging 12 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Watson. The shot is off, and it's Miami the other way.
And Wade, as with all great players, has tremendous pride, and he's dealt with knee problems. As he's dealt with his knee problems, he's listened to those doubters who say he's too old, too injured, too slow to be a factor. And I wouldn't be surprised if those words have been used as motivation by Dwayne Wade.
Here is Hill. The Heat knocking down the tray. No good from West.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Watson dishes to Stuckey. West a screen on Wade. Stuckey passes to West. He kicks it to Watson. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Hibbert. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And the Heat resting Wade strategically last season. He sat out a lot of back-to-back games trying to keep him healthy. One thing's for sure, when he's on the court, he's still one of the best in the game.
Roy Hibbert, the big dog, number 55 for the Pacers, is 7'2", and is a little too big for king-size beds. Every time the Pacers go on the road, he has to take along a special inflatable mattress that he likes to sleep on. It's one of the downsides to living large.
Now here's Dang, looking for his first basket still in this one. Williams can't hit.
And that's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
Watson kicks to Stuckey. Anderson against West, and it's Miami with the rebound. And Hibbert's father stands 6'2", and Steve, his mother, is 6'1". But Roy obviously towers over both of them.
Well, he towers over everybody, Kevin. I mean, you look at the family roots. His parents came from the Caribbean, and Roy actually played one game for the Jamaican national team back in 2010, and unfortunately that actually may rule him out of playing for Team USA. So a very interesting sort of international background there.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, it's not just point guards that can pass the rock. Here are the assist leaders among shooting guards over the span of the last month. The 4th spot held by Dwayne Wade.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. They can really all create their own shot, but they're superb setup men as well.
You know, I enjoy seeing that mindset in a shooting guard where basically he's saying, I'm going to attack at all times, but if it's not there for me, I can drop a dime on you just as easily.
Well, the way Wade played early on his career, guys, how aggressively he attacked the rim and sacrificed his body, you knew that kind of play style would not last. And so, Steve, it looks like maybe he's adjusted a bit.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Kevin. He's become more cerebral. He's also, in terms of attacking the rim, doesn't happen as frequently, but he picks his spots.
Copeland dishes to Allen. And there's the call. Miami with the foul. And Miami making a change here. Ennis is checked in. Heat on D. Allen passes to Scola. Scola left side. From 13 feet, it goes down. Scola's got his first points of the game.
And with Wade still getting to the hoop, a lot of it, as you said, comes from his ability to keep defenders guessing with that really remarkable pump fake. I don't know if I've seen a player, certainly in the last 20 years, master the pump fake the way Dwayne Wade has. It's hard not to go for it.
And so it's Indiana with it, following the 3 by Miami that went in. Here's Miles. Cans the shot with nobody near him. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Yeah, that's the right move. But get a good possession here, play defense, and get one more opportunity to score.
And Cole kicks to Granger. Whiteside dishes to Granger. Now here's Ennis. And the shot is good. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's Hill penetrating. Here's Allen. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
The Heat leading by 4. Here's Cole. Granger outside. And Allen with the block. And so the first quarter is in the books. Heat lead by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
And I'm just so impressed with the long-range shooting. They have really lit it up from outside.
Yeah, the sharp shooting from deep, a big part of their lead, and they're playing with confidence and shooting it well.
Pacers trail by 4. There were a lot of great things Steve accomplished last year by the Heat, both on offense and defense, but at times people would overlook that defense.
Well, they played tremendous defense. I mean, maybe not as consistently as they have in the past, but, to be as good as they were, you have to be great defensively, and I think sometimes that goes underappreciated.
On the court for the Heat, Napier is out there with Ennis. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's Haslam. And it's Granger in at the 3 spot. And so here is Indiana. After the Heat pick up 2. It's stolen. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Ennis. It's rebounded by Copeland. Now Miles. The feed to Hill.
The numbers don't really jump out at you, pop at you regarding the Heat's defense last year. But, sometimes it's not necessarily what you do, but when you do it. and the Heat were pretty good at getting big stops when they needed to.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. The Heat also changing it up. Williams, he's checked in for Whiteside. Bang comes in for Danny Granger. And it's Chalmers in for Ennis.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket. Well, a lot of the Heat's numbers might be skewed because they played a lot of high-scoring games at a high tempo. But when you have the athletic talent that they have, you better believe they're tough defensively.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. In the past, as you know, Chris Bosh tried to bulk up, but he's accepted his frame and his finesse game, saying, quote, "It's different now. The game is a lot faster. I don't bang anymore. It's not my strength, and I understand that." He's become more perimeter-oriented, and why not, Kevin? He said he realized that you do get one more point for threes. Gentlemen, over to you.
Perimeter shooting big men. Very much in demand, Doris. Thanks. Here's Williams, and he bangs it home with one hand. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Anderson, he's checked in for the Heat. Wade comes in for Napier. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here is Watson, defended by Chalmers. Watson, the pass to Stuckey. It's West with the drive. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
David West has the strength and skill to score in the low post, and he's got a nice ability to handle the ball to get to his spot. And he does not back away from contact. As a matter of fact, he invites it. He loves playing through contact.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Williams. Now here's Wade. 5 points in the game. To the inside, Anderson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
You watch David West work in the post. He has some moves down there.
Yeah, he's got that jump hook, beautiful turnaround jump shot. He also likes to use his strength to kind of knock the defender backwards and shoot that fadeaway jumper. Well, you love what David West brings to the table. Offensively, he can shoot, he can post up, he can muscle you. But he can really help you win, without the ball in his hands, too, by setting hard screens and crashing the offensive boards.
For Indiana, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
About a year ago, they converted about 78% of their free throws as a team, so pretty solid there.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Wade with it. The dish to Chalmers. Dang kicks to Chalmers. Wade passes to Haslem. On the wing, Dang. Goes back up. West with some nice D. And West, just what you think of when you talk about a true veteran, competitive, leadership, toughness.
All of that is David West personified. He does it without saying a whole lot. When he speaks, it's always right on time and on target. But his example is one that all young players should absorb and benefit from.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Hamilton's checked in for Miami. And let's take this opportunity to show you the shooting guards with the highest percentage from the floor over the last month. In the third spot, Dwayne Wade.
Just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming the perimeter.
And not just on the perimeter. I mean, all of these players drive the lane very effectively. Yeah, they're excellent outside shooters, but it's getting to the rim and finishing in close quarters that puts those percentages as high as they are.
Pacers trail by 8. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Watson kicks it to West. The shot no good. Nice D from Dang.
And are they ever working inside? Good job on the glass.
Excellent job on the glass, Steve. I agree. I mean, they're battling in there. They're fighting, they're scrapping, they're clawing, and they're getting the job done.
Left side, Dan.
2 minutes.
Shot clock at 6.